Okay, hello everybody. Today's tutorial is a tutorial on how to make a brick wall, which can be further implemented to make such things as houses, or some sort of covering device when you're getting shot at. Bricks. These bricks here will be individually separate from each other. So when a bullet hits it, or when a car hits it, these bricks will separately detach, so it will give it more of a realistic feel. I've tried to do this video a few times, and basically the Camtasia Studio thing just keeps messing up. So basically this is what I actually just recorded, and it didn't actually record, so I've got to do it again. So at least you know what I'm actually aiming for here. So this is what we're going to make. It's a brick wall. Each brick is separate. Just have a look. It's all separate. Control Z to bring that back down. And just a note. Basically, this is I'd say intermediate tutorial. You've got to know how to navigate around 3ds Max. You've got to have some sort of knowledge. I'm not doing baby steps. It's not a basic tutorial, because I would put that in the heading, but it's not. So it's a tutorial on not only 3ds Max but on the CryEngine. It's towards building a brick wall inside of that engine, exporting it from the 3ds Max application. And I'd just like to say thank you to Richmar for the jointed breakables tutorial, which I'm further implementing a new idea onto with this. Basically, he come up with the idea of having an object on the floor or wherever, and he used a pro cutter to chop it into pieces, and when you ran it over or when you shot it, this actual object that was sliced would detach or break apart from its original element. So for example, if I shot this right now, this brick would fly off. Basically he's the one responsible for the CryEngine side of the tutorial, so big thanks to him. His channel is one as in number one, Rich as in R-I-C-H, and M-A-R, and that's his YouTube channel. Check him out. He's got the best CryEngine tutorials, full stop. And then big thanks to Andy Gahan from 3dforgames.com. He's got his own forum on there. That's where I started doing my things on, doing all my models on, getting good crits, bad crits, learning from my mistakes. Andy helped me so much. I brought his book as well, 3D modelling for games, something like that it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called, 3ds Max modelling for games, and check that out. So that's my credits done. Big thanks to Rich for his fantastic feedback whenever I've asked for a tutorial. So yep, here you go. This is the tutorial. I'm just gonna. This is the end result. No, this is literally not the end result. This is the end of. This will be the end result from part 1. So what you need to do is keep watching. That'll help. And here. There you go. And I'll show you how I got to here. So what you need to do first is you need to go on 3dforgames website.com, 3dforgames.com, and what you need to do is follow there's a tutorial on the left hand side. There's a tutorial option, go on there, and there should be a brick wall tutorial. If there's not, then just look at the way this is laid out. Yeah, all these bricks here, and all he's done is basically he's made a box. Yeah. Actually I ain't gonna go through it, because you can just go on his site and he'll explain. 3dforgames.com, tutorials on the left hand side, and there you go. So once you've done that, come back to me and I'll teach you how to put this baby into the CryEngine and get it working. Okay? Right, first thing we're going to do is, this is all one entity, this here. That's because on Andy's site, he wanted, at the time, I think he wanted you to go on something, on the old 3ds Max, I think he wanted you to use the reactor to kind of, smash a anything into this wall, you know, to knock it out. But I want to actually go into a tiny bit more detail and add, have each individual brick fall out, as I said earlier. Okay, so I won't waste your time now. What we need to do is, as you can see, the widget, this thing here, is not centered to any of these bricks. Obviously, it's centered to just the element. So what we need to do is, we need to individually select all these brick faces, well, polygons, and then what we need to do is detach them. And now we will write in is brick 001 and okay that. And what we need to do is press 4. Yep. And as you can see, when we click on the object, the widget's still centered to the original element. So what you need to do is click on hierarchy, effect pivot only, and center to object. So what we've just done is we've made the widget the actual, well, the widget is more of the, it's basically centered to the actual object. So we need to know, okay, for now. So what we need to do is, we need, if you look into the front perspective, actually this is something I should have told you. We're going to be using the front, we're going to be using the left, the top, mainly the top, the front and the perspective. But we do need the left, all of it, it doesn't really matter. So firstly, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select, I'm just going to actually show you what we're actually doing. But basically, if you look at this pattern, these bricks are all the same, yeah? Same, so 6 bricks. You look down here, there's 6 bricks here. On this row, there's 3, 6, there's 7. If you look on this row, there's 7, yeah? So what we need to do is, we need to copy only 2 rows, and then we can instance them down 5 times, or whatever it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5 times. Yeah, 1, 2, yeah. And that will give us 6 rows of 2, and or columns, I can't remember. And basically what we need to do is, sorry about that, I just had to pause. Yeah, so I need to stop changing that from the front to the orthographic. I need it actually on the front. Press Z. Right, so what we need to do is copy, we only need to use 1 brick. So what we need to do is get this brick here we've just got. We then need to actually edit this brick, because if we look around the back, it's actually, it doesn't actually have polygons. Oh yeah, and just to let you know, if you can't see, these vertices need to go, because that will create another face which we don't need. So press 2, get into edge select, click on bridge. I know that I went a bit fast with that, but you'll see me do it again. So click on these 2 edges and bridge. Yep, texture's messed up, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to go through that on probably part 3 using a UVW. Okay, so what we need to do now is, this is on its own little layer, this brick is. I'm going to push it further back. I'm just going to use this original element, this whole element as a template. So next thing we need to do is click 2 to get out of edge select, then we need to click on 4 to get into polygon, click delete, 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 delete. We're deleting all these out. Every time we delete a brick, we're going to use an instance and bring another brick in, okay? And then these bricks aren't allowed to touch, because you'll get degenerated faces. Oh yeah, I just moved this up in the x-axis. If you look here, see the x-axis, so it goes across. They can't touch because you'll get degenerated faces when exporting. Okay, so what we need to do next is we need to move along, but we can't because we've got this here. So what you do is you click on the element, select the faces, delete, delete. Yep. So we just delete, 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 delete. I got a bit happy then. And then press 4 again. Click on the brick, hold shift, slide it across, boom, brick 003. Alright, just so they're not touching, yeah? And then what we'll do is, I can see there's a problem here with this, there's still a polygon there, so just press 4. I want you not to I want you to learn to use short keys. It's quite important. Make it a faster workflow. So we'll press 4 again. Delete these. Boom, boom. There, that's done. Then every time we delete a brick, we're going to slide another one in. Hold shift. Try getting the x-axis. And the brick instance name increments as we go. So that's fine. I'm rushing through this a bit because, you know, it's kind of simple. Let's make sure we got everything. Yeah, we got everything. And then we'll slap this across again. So hold shift, bring it across, let go, brick 5. There we go. Fantastic. Now we'll do it again. And the reason why I put it on a new layer is so we can actually get in here and delete these polygons. Sorry if I'm rushing, I've done this tutorial so many times it hasn't recorded. Frustration. But yeah, if you just follow along, you'll get there. Basically, it doesn't matter if that hangs over, because we can make it hang over on the next bit. Okay, so we've got the top row done. Right, we don't actually, the next thing we actually need to mess with is basically we need this brick copied to this side. It might be faster. Will it? Yeah, it might be. And then we'll place these bricks in between here, and then we'll get everything and then instance it down. Okay, so what you want to do is click on this element. Remember to keep looking in this viewport so you know where you're going. Yeah, sorry, press 4, short key. And what you want to do is you want to select all these. You don't delete them, select them. Actually no, what we'll do first is we'll press 2. We'll bridge this, tick, and we'll select these. Select, I'm holding Alt and clicking the middle mouse button to rotate around the viewport, or around the selected polygon. Then I'll click detach, and then I'll type in brick small 001. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll get this brick, we'll press 4, we'll get this brick, and we'll center its widget to the object, effect pivot only, center to object, release effect pivot only. Yeah, we'll go back into modify, and then what I'll do is I'll bring this level with its new layer. And as you can see, it's not leveled, is it? So what you need to do is Y is for up and down. So you look at the Y, you bring it level like that, and you're getting the X with minus it all the way across, just so it's accurate. Doesn't have to be accurate because it is a brick wall. You know, you get your dodgy cowboys. Don't rotate in the front viewport like I just did. Okay, so we've got the brick there. I actually moved it too soon because what could happen is, just an example, there might not be a top polygon here, and I might think there is because there's one underneath here. Yeah, there is. Yep. So what we'll do is we'll bring that back. We'll move them into the middle next time, just so we can see the faces, the edges. Bridge it, Yes. Alt W. Alt middle mouse, and then push your mouse left or right, and you can scroll around, rotate. Okay, that little brick's done. What we'll do now is we'll slowly but surely work our way across. So sorry, I should be using short keys. Okay, so we'll press 4. We'll delete this face, delete that face. We'll rotate round, Alt middle mouse, and scroll. And then what we need to do is we need to press 4 again to get out of that selection. Then we need to bring this brick down, hold shift, and click and drag, let go, and the instance name goes to brick 7, which is okay. And then we look at the axes again. Z is up. If this confuses you, just send me a message, I'll reply. I'm not ignorant or anything like that. Okay, so we've done this, we've done all here. We just need to do here and here. So all we got to do is just select this. I'm just going to rush through this because you can see what's happening. You can see what's going on now. Okay, so actually let's select. Let's press 4 and select this and delete. Sorry, and delete these two faces just so they don't get in the way. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll bring another brick in, obviously, and if you see it says the name now, it's incrementing for us, so we don't have to do it. But that's quite close, but as long as it doesn't touch, you won't get degenerated faces. If you don't understand what that means, Google CryEngine degenerated faces and you'll get the answer. Okay, so we're going to delete these next. They're gone. And then we're going to move the brick across. We're going to press 4, click on the brick we want to drag across. We'll zoom in so we can see the edge. And we're going to hold shift, drag it across, get it as close as we can. The brick name increments again, so we don't have to do it. And then we're going to use the x-axis. Okay, next what we need to do is delete this, delete middle mouse click, delete, click, delete, hold out. Okay, what we need to do here is, this is a little problem, just press 4, click on this element, press 4 again, and just delete these faces. See ya. Okay, press 4 again, click on this, slide this across. And it's as a copy, not an instance. Just to let you know, we need to make sure there's a copy, not instance. Okay, so I'm going to click on this separate element. I'm going to press 4, short key. Sorry, I keep repeating myself. It's in case people are sitting there just wondering what the hell's going on. So I'm just reminding them what's going on. Hold shift, X, drag it across, try and match it up. Okay, so there isn't a gap. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a gap. There we go. Gap done. Now, what we need to do here is, this is exactly bang on. So what we need to do is select this, and then we'll detach it and we'll call it brick small 002, just like the other side. And then what I'll do is I'll rotate here. I'll go in the top view so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Then I'll press 4. Then I'll select this brick here, this one, and then I'll reset its pivot point, center it. Yep. Then I'll bring it out here so I can see what faces need, need changing. But firstly, I'll press 2, select this edge, this edge. I can create the gap straight away. Just need a tiny one. There. Can you see it? Slight gap, yeah. And now what I'm going to do is I can just bridge these two. No, I won't actually. Yeah, I will. I'll bridge them. And I'll bridge you two. Yep. Sorry, that's just the shading. It's just trying to give it a fancy look. And then basically you gotta make sure you look around the whole object, see if there's any imperfections. So I'm gonna click, hold. When you click, you just click it, hold Control, click the next one, click bridge. You can just click bridge like that, but it's nice to have the options up. Okay, so the texture's messed up. You just need to UV map that, which I'll show you how to do. And then what we're going to do is we're going to press 2 to get out sub-object selection mode, and then we're going to drag that in, and then we're going to go real close so we can get really accurate. I don't do no sloppy work. There. And the tutorial is almost complete. Almost. Can you see what we made now? That's okay. That's looking so much better. So we won't need all these because all these have got faces missing. They're just so incomplete. So what we'll do now is we'll just double check the whole model. See everything's working, everything's covered. Yeah, test a few bricks out. So click on one, lift it out, check around it. See if they've got the faces. Yeah, it's got its face. And just control Z. Do a little quality check on your while you're waiting for the next tutorial. You don't wanna get there and then the brick looks absolutely terrible in the CryEngine, or it doesn't export because certain faces aren't sealed. I don't know if that would be the case, but yeah. That's the first part of the tutorial. For the next part of the tutorial, all I want you to do is it's got to be getting these two rows, duplicating them down here. Then I'm going to have a naming convention, or I might put in the first some sort of texturing, how to texture the brick. I think that might be more suitable for the next tutorial. But yeah, keep tuned. Keep looking out for, if you're interested in CryEngine or 3D modelling, check out Richmar, spell 1 as in the number, well not spell number 1, RICHMAR. That's his YouTube account. Check him out for CryEngine, he's fantastic. Check out Andy Gahan, he has some books out on 3D modelling for games. He used to work with Sony, he knows his stuff. And go on 3D for games forum. Like, I used to go on there, I still am on there sometimes, but just stay on there. To go on there and upload your results as well. Andy will be pleased to see that people are doing this tutorial. But yeah, this is more of a twist on his tutorial, and we'll be knocking these bricks out in no time. Let me know how I did. because I need to know if these are actually effective. Just say, you know, good or crap, or what I need to improve. We will be using Photoshop in future tutorials. You don't actually need Photoshop, because you can actually use a free image manipulation softwares like GIMP, and use the CryEngine converter, the RC helper. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Watch out for part 2.